Now, actress Patsy Kensit has got a lot to celebrate after getting engaged at the weekend. Her partner, Patrick Cassidy, popped the question right by the ocean in a heart made of rose petals. I know it's like something from a movie, isn't it? Now, despite once vowing never to walk down the aisle again, this will be Patsy's 5th marriage. So this is a lot of marriages. There are some people, Colleen, who said, not just about Patsy, but generally saying, you know, should there be a limit on how many times you can get married? Does it kind of just water down the whole reason people get married?
You can't put a limit on love. Oh. Just can't, can you? I mean, I swore after my second divorce for a long time, like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not... You know, I won't give up on having relationships or falling in love. I love romance, love being in love. But I thought, I'm not getting married again because I've done it twice and I loved being married and both times it was forever. But when it doesn't work out, the getting out of it is just awful. And nobody wins really except solicitors and lawyers and things. So I thought, I'm never getting married again. But then as time's gone on, I think I'm probably the type that would get married again because I loved it.
You like being married?
I just like being married, yeah.
Because you got married, well, I think very young.
Yeah.
22, was it?
No, I was 24.
24.
Yeah, it is young. And I already had Parker at that point, which is, again, I think, quite young to have kids.
Did you feel that you were young then?
No, and that's the thing. At the time, I didn't feel young at all. And when I look back, like, obviously, I don't regret it, but when I look back, I think, oh, gosh, I was so young. And if I met anyone at that age now, I'd be like, no, go live your life. You've got loads of time. But I had so much of a life before that. You know, I'd been working since I was 12. So even my friends, they were like, if it was any of the other of us, I can't find my words, sorry. You know what I mean? Then everyone would have been like, what are you doing? But because it was me, it was different. But I don't regret that. Because you've done so much
by that age, with the band and travel and...
Yeah, but I think often people get married so many times is because of the love of love. And I think every relationship's different, which is why you can't say you'd never do it again, I think. And I think sometimes people are looking for happiness in other people instead of being able to find it themselves. And some people are like Janet and just enjoy it.
Exactly. Thank you, Frankie.
Yes. So why...
Suddenly I'm the expert. I love that.
Well, you are.
Well, you are.
Well, I got married. My first marriage was at 20 and I'd already been engaged and dumped someone before that. So,
that's your first.
What a lovely dress.
Nice.
You don't even look happy there about it.
Oh, I am happy. I know, it's a lovely dress. It's by Ozzy Clark. Yeah, I remember getting married. That was 1967, Summer of Love and blah, blah, blah. And that lasted 7 years. And, you know, we had a great party when we got married that time. And I think the best reason to get married for me has always been getting married, love getting the dress, getting the outfit, having the party, and then when you get divorced, you get the dress, you have the party all over again. And quite honestly, my first 3 marriages ended in very amicable divorces.
Yeah.
It was only number 4 that I've airbrushed out. That was a bit of a midlife crisis and a cry for help. But
so what would you say to people that say, oh, it's just too many, it's like you're making a mockery of marriage?
I'm not making a mockery of marriage because I committed to the marriage at the time and I committed to it for as long as I could possibly manage it. No, manage it. And, you know, I'm a very good wife. I'm a good partner now. I do my best. I mean, I've got my faults, but, you know, I'm not going to reveal them on national television, obviously. But
we haven't got that long. We've got to be off.
No, but honestly, when I read my teenage diaries, they're full of romance and lust and, you know, and all the boys that looked at me and I looked at them, and it's all very, very exciting.
Yeah. Well, interesting you say that because Emma Thompson, the actress Emma Thompson, she was doing an interview and she mentioned love, and she said she described romantic love as a myth that can be quite dangerous. She said, we really do have to take it with a massive pinch of salt. To think sensibly about love and the way it can grow is essential. Long-term relationships are hugely difficult and complicated. If anyone thinks that happy ever after has a place in our lives, forget it. She's saying we're often fed this kind of fairy tale of your one true love and the marriage that will last forever and ever and happy ever after.
My marriage number 3, I didn't, you know, the fairy tale idea had gone out the window. I think that, you know, you're as compatible as you can be. Your work changes, your circumstances change. I had stepchildren along the way. you know, that's the reason why my marriages didn't last or did last, and I honestly gave them the best that I could. I'm sorry if it feels a bit weird.
No, it doesn't. And you don't... Well, everyone to each their own, but you don't regret any of them either. You've never said, I regret marrying him or doing that. You say...
Well, I wouldn't dignify the false one by describing him in any... I couldn't describe him on television during daytime, I'm afraid.
Because then we would be off the air.
Yeah. And I think most people go into the marriage forever. I do think most people would say when they're up there, that's what they were expecting. If it doesn't turn out that way, that's just
Well, like you said, you know, whether it lasts or not, you go in with the intention of this is the one, this is going to last, and sometimes it doesn't. OK, well, that's our thoughts on marriage today, people. We'll leave you with those while we take a break.